Hi guys, I'm Justin Z, and I'm showing you how to use Photoshop. In this video, I'm going to show you how to quickly, easily, and very efficiently add a tattoo that looks completely realistic. So, here we go. I have this lovely shoulder of a model that I found on Google. Just Googled a picture of a person that had some good skin showing. And what I'd like to do is add a tattoo. Specifically, I'd like to add this tattoo of a kind of a phoenix-looking hummingbird. It's pretty simple. The first thing we need to do is isolate it and move it over to the image. So we're going to click on the polygonal lasso tool, which is right here. Move it a little closer to show you, right there. And we're going to make little clicks until we fully surround the tattoo itself. So let's go ahead and get around that. Bear with me. Don't bother trying to be precise about this because it doesn't matter. We're going to be adding a certain blend mode onto this image when we put it on the skin. That will make it look completely blended in. I mean, it's pretty actually amazing how this works. So keep going, keep going, keep going. The only reason why I'm going around is because there's other tattoos that I don't want to hit. Then we're going to right click and select layer via copy. That separates the image from the others. And now I'm going to move it, grab the move tool and move it over here. Now, first thing I want to do is position it the way I'd like. So Command and Control T and rotate it to right about there. That's pretty good. And it's okay if it kind of slumps over the arm because we're going to conform it. But first thing I want to do is change the blend mode so it looks like it's blending into the skin. So we're going to change the blend mode to multiply. And as you can see, it now almost perfectly conforms to the image, which is pretty awesome. Now what I'd like to do is conform its shape to her arm because her arm is not flat. So I'm going to press Command and Control T again, and we get this little option here that allows us to change to warp mode. And warp mode is great because it gives you full options on changing the object in a three-dimensional manner. So let's go ahead and do that. Move it around like so. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. There we go, so we get more detail. And just conform it as best as we can there. And let's go ahead and move it down a little bit on her arm. Move it over a little bit. There we go. That looks pretty good. And also try and conform to her shoulder blade. It can get a little tough, that's for sure, especially when it comes to the shape of her body. But that's close enough. You can mess around with it however you like. And that looks almost perfectly real, but there's a few things we can do to add to that. So let's go ahead and go to our blur tool, which is right here. Click on blur tool. Make sure that the mode is at normal. We don't want to do darken or lighten. And change the strength to 50%. And just do a quick 1 over. And you'll notice that it blurs out a little bit so it's not obviously pixelated. And just to help with the effect, let's go ahead and change the opacity of our layer to 80%. That definitely helps, as you can see. Let's go ahead and transform it again so we can get that. I want to try and get that that needle of the nose. There we go. That looks a little bit better, definitely. And you can be pretty much done from here, but let's say you wanted to add a little bit of age to it, make it look a little bit older, like it's been there for a while. You can desaturate it and lighten it up a little bit. So we're going to go to Image, Adjustments, Hue and Saturation. Drop the saturation just a little bit, and up the lightness just a little bit. And that makes it look like it's been there for a little while. And you would blur it a little bit more as well in order for it to add that extra age. But let's just go ahead and zoom in on that. And it looks like a real tattoo. Like it's almost perfectly indistinguishable. I could do a few extra things like where the bone structure is right here, and I can erase these little bits of extra part that were not part of the tattoo. Let's get it just right. There we go. And it looks perfect. It really does. It's pretty amazing how that works. So, if you have any questions regarding how to put on a tattoo in Photoshop or Photoshop in general, send me an email to requests@mahalo.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.